Let me sit on his face, bro.
You're not going to bet on her, and she's going to win, and you're like, this bitch. Who the fuck does that?
No, but seriously, hop in the van. Shut the fuck.
Why are we bringing children into this?
Dude. Oh, okay. Oh, the champ's on vacation, so we're going to have a substitute teacher today. And I was just like,
He's got all the testaments out here. The old and the new.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's the mess right now, dude.
Jesus, dude, stop drinking. Yeah, heavy is the crown.
Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean. This is Joe. We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us while we chase the perfect parlay each week. There are no UFC fights this week, but don't worry. We're going to break down the Rocha versus Curiel II fight card. And if you enjoy our content, make sure you're subscribed.
So this past weekend on the Smith versus Matthias fight card, we were only 2 off from our perfect parlay. Literally, if we just swapped the ones that we previously swapped to beat the system, then we would have won the perfect parlay. We crushed it last week. We called knockouts that were happening. Pretty much all of them were knockouts except for one fight. That was pretty entertaining.
That was the most exciting boxing card I've seen in recent memory.
Also, both of our locks of the week hit. So if you bet on our locks of the week, you just made some money.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Man, your boy Dalton Smith, though, looking crispy.
He looks so good.
It was funny. The whole time we're watching this pay-per-view, and every single time they're looking back at him, and he's like shadow box or anything like that, both of us are just like, damn, he's looking so crisp. He is looking so locked in. And then Matthias, we're like, man, he looks very relaxed, very, calm. Expect nothing less from the champ. And then it goes back to Dalton Smith. You're like, but he looks so fucking crisp.
Honestly, it's pretty much exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought he was going to do more jabs and then pepper him with those to set up those big shots and eventually wobble him, maybe get a knockdown in the later rounds. I did not think he was going to knock him out. So that was super sick that he knocked him out because I really thought Dalton was going to win that. So big ups, my guy.
Yeah, that whole fight card though was a blasty blast to watch.
And if you watch all of our podcasts and you get confused on what we're going to bet on, we actually put it in our Patreon. It's all written out. This is actually our last boxing specific podcast. Next week, we start doing MMA again, doing UFC. So what we're going to do is we're going to do UFC. And then on our Patreon, we're going to have our boxing specific picks. It's only $1 to subscribe. It's going to be, you're going to get all of our MMA picks, our locks of the week, our spicy picks for MMA, our spicy picks for boxing, all of our stuff for boxing, and an additional segment of our podcast. So it's a pretty good deal for only $1 a month. So that's going to be around here somewhere. MMA Mathletes.
We're out here cornering the perfect parlay combat sports market.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
So lots of news this week. Some of the biggest news, we're just going to start it off and rip off the Band-Aid. Tracy Cortez and Alex Pereira already not dating. Already off.
I mean, that's just crazy. I wonder how long they were keeping it like under wraps before people found out. Because there's no way it was just like this like week-long fling.
I mean, it could be. I thought it was really funny. I forgot who it was, but they tweeted out, this is the moment when Alex realized he was going to break up with her. And he's like sleeping on the plane like this. And Tracy Cortez is like, yeah, we're probably going to get married, right, Alex? And then like wakes him up. And then Alex wakes up. He's just like, huh? And she says it again. He's just like, Shama. And then she's like, Shama, all happy. And then he just like goes back to bed. Oh, I'm like, God. That's the moment that he was like, as soon as this fucking plane lands, we're getting a training session in. I'm kicking her ass to the curb.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
I know. And then after that, he started sparring, started shadowboxing on the beach. He was running in the rain. It was just a Rocky montage. Yeah. So I feel bad for whoever fights him next.
Yeah, I think what it was is like, he was like, do I just stay with this chick? Or do I just try to go for greatness? And he was like, you know what? Greatness sounds way better.
Yeah, dude. It was literally Barney suits versus girls.
Yeah.
Also, it was super crazy. They were doing some fake news about Anthony Joshua retiring from boxing. Did you see that?
No.
There was like a moment where everyone on Twitter was saying that he was retiring from boxing. He is not retiring from boxing, just so everyone knows. He's just healing up, but then he's going to fight Tyson Fury.
That's so weird. I don't know why people just throw random facts out there just to like, I don't know, put people on notice. Like, just like, I don't know. It's like a weird catfish thing.
I guess.
Like, I guess maybe to be noticed or something, because there's so many times where I see something and now it's like we're so accessible with internet that it's like, okay, now I have to go like quadruple check my sources on this.
Always have to check your sources.
It's so annoying.
And then if you actually put something out and then you're like, oh, this is happening. Someone goes, source, trust me, bro. And then you're like, fuck, is it not happening? Like, am I full of shit? And then 2 months later it happens. You're like, no, I was right. I was right the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. Because you quad checked it already.
Yeah. And then the fake accounts that post shit, like all the spoof accounts and parody accounts, it's hard to follow.
Well, it's like, did you hear about the Macy Barber thing? What she just said?
What?
If Mark Smith is her ref, she's not going to fight.
That's fake news?
No, that's real news.
That's real news?
Yeah, she actually said that.
Gangster, dude. Good for her.
100%. We hate Mark Smith here. We're
100%.
anti-smart Mark Smith. No, she was like, yo, he doesn't care about fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after what happened, she was like so like beyond herself. Because she was like thinking the whole time, she's like, maybe it wasn't illegal and stuff like that. And then she went and she watched the replay and she's like, no, fuck Mark.
Fart on Mark Smith, dude.
Fart his ass, dude.
Let me sit on his face, bro.
No, fuck Mark Smith, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because she was not offended at all, like at the time. Like it seemed like she was really cool. And then I was like, man, fuck Mark Smith, dude. How are you being so cool? So it makes sense that she went back and she was like, nah, fuck Mark Smith. Why was I being so cool?
Yeah, dude. When he's like, dude, it was just a glancing blow. And then you watch the replay and it's just so flush.
Dude.
Like if that was on like the feet, you'd be like, oh my God, she's hurt.
Dude, it's so funny that you bring up Macy Barber though. Because
it's like,
Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso is targeted for UFC Seattle, March 28th.
I'm so locked in for that fight.
Who do you think takes that?
I think Macy takes that.
I pray Macy takes that. Biggest Macy guy.
Not that I hate Alexa Grasso. I mean, I think she's really good. I just think that she is a little one-dimensional. I mean, she does have some moments where her grappling is okay, but I don't think her grappling is like superior. Like Macy's is superior.
Oh yeah, and her pressure is just insane. But I think that what if Macy this is like her last fight and she just went and talked to Dana to go do Dana boxing and get paid a shit ton for boxing? Or is Dana giving UFC pay for boxers?
That'd be fucked. No, I think she wants at least to get Aaron Blanchfield.
Did I say Macy Barber?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Alexa Grasso.
Oh, yeah.
Alexa Grasso, go over and do that. Sorry, my bad. I had Macy on my brain.
I always do too. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. She has really crispy hands.
Yeah,
and
very crispy.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just out here saying crispy for everything.
Yeah,
but she has really good boxing. She has great footwork. She just is in MMA where you need MMA skills.
Yeah, putting everything together is... I mean, dude, when she cinched up that rear naked choke and lost me all that money that one time, that's like the best ground game we've seen of her.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was just moment of opportunity.
That was
they were
crazy.
training that too. They're waiting for her to get that spinning kick off and then timing it just so that she can get that. Like they were literally training it just for that.
Just like Macy Chiasson was training the up kick.
Irene Aldana.
Irene Aldana was training it against Macy.
Yeah, just a training montage of just her doing the up kick.
It's crazy that you brought Macy Chiasson like that. So Aline, how you say Aline Perez?
Yeah.
Aline Perez, she's fighting Macy Chiasson in Mexico for wait for it. For the co-main event. Dude, co-main event made Macy Chiasson.
Oh my God.
How funny is that?
That's wild. If Chiasson fucking gets there. But also, like, which Chiasson are we going to get?
I'm not betting on Chiasson to win anymore. The last 3 times.
Because you know for a fucking fact, you're not going to bet on her, and she's going to win, and you're like, this bitch.
I don't think so. I don't think so with Perez, dude. Perez is different. You can't really...
Perez is really good.
Against everyone that she's been fighting, Chiasson, I'm like, yeah, she could have went that way. She could, But Perez... There's no way. She would have to go levels up from...
Yeah, she would have to be on her A game for it to be competitive. And I don't think... you can't bet on her to be at her A game. Her confidence is absolutely shot right now. What is it? 2 losses in a row? 3 losses in a row?
Speaking of losses in a row, Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao, March 7th.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited for Cody just to get back in there. I miss Cody, bro.
I love Cody. I just love seeing old Cody. I hope he can get back to that.
Dude, when he was fighting his last fight and we see him do the little Cody pitter patter, dude, I was pretty, dude, I got chills.
I know.
I was like, whew.
And then he just flattened out.
Yeah, he flattened out.
He just,
sadly.
yeah. Like it was like he was all steam in the first round, and then rounds 2 and 3, he just kind of let go of the gas.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what changed after he got like Dillashaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he got Dillashaw, it was just like down. But do you think it was his aggression? Because he used to be very aggressive.
Yeah.
And now he's more like chill in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's more like, I'm going to MMA fight you. Like a competitive thing as opposed to I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
You know?
I just don't know if he has to find where he's at in MMA. Like, is he just that guy that he's just going to fight for paychecks and, you know, he enjoys the fight and he's going to want to try to get like a fight of the night and get performance bonuses, things like
Which
that.
is sick.
It's cool. You know, like we love Drew Dober here.
We love
like
Gaethje.
You know, like those are the fighters that emulate that same style where it's like, I'm just going to put myself in dog fights and things like that. I'm going to have interesting fights, or am I going for gold? You know? And if you're going for gold, you need to get old Garbrandt back.
Mm-hmm.
You need to suit up that old Garbrandt and just, you know, walk people down essentially. Because he was walking people down. Dude. When he was at the height. He was like, and it was crazy because he was so close to people in interactions. And you're like, these people should be hitting him. And he is so lightning quick that he was getting out of any altercations that he was getting into. Mm-hmm. Like he was just immediately exiting. Oh, he was literally touching without being touched at his finest. And you saw it with the Dominic Cruz fight. That was the pinnacle of that.
That was like the pinnacle of like that whole division, dude. That was so sick.
Honestly, that was the pinnacle of fighting. I don't know if that's a hot take.
That was sick as fuck.
And I know people probably are like, oh, dude, that's like rose-colored glasses. Like, it wasn't that good. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like
that was the coolest fight ever in UFC.
Yeah, it was one of the cool ones, man. Because it's like, it's Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is not a slouch, especially when it's prime Dominic Cruz. He was like the boogeyman. He was out here taking everyone from Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, he was the alpha male killer.
Yeah.
And then Cody's like, I don't think so.
Yeah. And then he just did that. That was so sick. It was like 25 minutes too. He did not stop the pace of what he was doing.
It's a Macy Chase on needs to do.
100%.
Especially being co-main. Then we have Spivak versus Ante Delije.
Give me a fucking good fight.
Supposed to be in Houston. February 22nd. That Houston card's gonna be big.
That Houston card is gonna be big.
But who do you have knee jerk? I want to say Ante.
I think it's gonna be Ante. I think the reason why Ante lost his previous fight, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Waldo, but he did get that adrenaline dump because he was like, man, I won that fight, and then all of a sudden he didn't win that fight, and then it's like, oh, now we're fighting again.
Sean, they didn't wave him off. God damn it.
100%. He definitely did not do this signal.
Mark Smith did not do this.
The arbiter of all things reffing.
Dude, it was just a glancing blow.
The gold standard of reffing did not wave it off. 100%. I think Delije is that guy, though. He is really good. And I think Spivak, he like, it's like he's sometimes really good, and then sometimes he's just like so flat. And you just can't, it's hard for you to bet on which Spivak you're going to get.
Yeah.
But I think Delige's power and his pressure is going to overwhelm ultimately Spivak. Because that's like the one thing that Spivak doesn't do is like, he doesn't really, when someone has pressure on him, he doesn't try to apply pressure back. He just allows them to get him against the cage. Like you see it with the Cyril Gahn fight and like all these other fights. And it's like, you can't do that with Delige. You can't really do that with anyone in the heavyweight that's higher up. So not to give a full breakdown of what my fucking pick is for.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe it changes.
Yeah, maybe it does.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spivak is also, I don't know if he has always been training here, but I know he's training out of Extreme Couture. So that might just be a little switch up. Or I don't know if he's been there for years, but I just noticed that the other day when I was watching some videos.
How about Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green in Mexico City?
Oh, that's gonna be good. That one should be
fireworks.
That one should be co-main. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's co-main.
Yeah, that's got co-main energy written all over it. Oh my god, that's gonna be a great fight. Who do you got?
Knee jerk Daniel Zellhuber.
I'm. It's so difficult.
It's so hard because King Green does have like that dog, but I mean he can be knocked. It's who shows up that night. Daniel Zellhuber is going to put the pressure and the pace in the boxing fresh out the gate. And hopefully he comes out with that like fire energy like he did at UFC 300, as opposed to we saw him fight since, right? It was like medium.
Oh, you're thinking UFC Noche at the Sphere against
Noche.
Esteban.
Yeah. That we need to see that one. And then after that, there was another fight that he did where he came out flat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to actually remark on is it's an interesting fight because King Green has a very similar style to Michael Johnson. And Michael Johnson's the one that just beat him.
That's who it was. That's right, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Michael Johnson looked great.
Looked great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's very interesting. Not saying that they're 1-for-1 comparatively in styles, but they definitely have kind of similar attributes with like how unorthodox they are with striking and everything. So I'm curious to see how Zellhuber handles that. Because it like when you're fighting an opponent like King Green, you can't fight it necessarily like a traditional like kickboxing match. And you couldn't do that with Michael Johnson as well. So hopefully he switches something up or else he might see the same result.
Then we have UFC Seattle. We have Tibera versus Walter Walker. Obviously, a heel hook is coming.
Oh, 100%.
March 28th, we're going to see the nastiest heel hook.
Oh, my gosh. Man, hopefully. I would love to see this streak continue.
Dude, just do it. 10 up, 10 down.
Dude, for the just sheer...
For the bit.
Yeah. Like, it's so obnoxious. Like, who the fuck does that?
Just Ryan Hall's just like, dude, this is the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, he's doing the rundown when they're talking about, like, favorite fighter and stuff like that. Walter Walker... for everything.
And then we have Rob Font versus Raul Rocha in the works for UFC 326.
Who do you got on that one?
Raul.
I think Raul takes that.
I think Rosas will take that. I think that he's grown so much in this time off. Yeah, I just think that Rob Font, he's not the level that he was at one point.
The one thing that Rosas has that is like so important for him now is that he's young as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like probably like 20 right now. Got in the UFC at 18. Was making checks and stuff like that. So he hasn't had to have a day job. You know, all he's doing is training. And for that time, that's so vital, especially because he's already an elite wrestler. So he doesn't really have to deal with, you know, wrestling necessarily to grow as a skill. So all he's doing is growing his hands.
He does go to college though.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he goes into college. Like he's like a college student.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he goes to UNLV. I'm not sure though.
I mean, that would make sense.
But yeah, he's an actual college student, which is just bizarre to me.
That is bizarre.
Pretty cool though.
I mean, I respect it. Like,
yeah.
I wonder what he's doing. He's probably doing business or some shit like that.
That'd be sick if he was doing business and then he was wrestling on their team and he was in the UFC.
Damn, dude. That'd be fucking crazy. Just so busy. Oh my God.
No social life, dude.
Dude, no social life.
Just so set though by the time he's like 25.
Oh, 100%. Especially with, I mean, I think doing business would be so smart for him, you know, being in the UFC, obviously, because you have to grow your own business within that business.
Do you remember Iwa?
Yeah.
So he's set to fight Austin Lane at UFC London.
Austin Lane?
Austin Lane.
Iwo, the fucking...
Iwo, the one that Iwo went against Ebo and they had that slugfest. Iwo, he trains out here at a Couture.
Yeah, isn't he a 205?
It's light heavyweight, yeah.
Austin Lane's going to be 205?
I guess it's light heavyweight.
How the fuck is he getting to 205?
He's a big dude.
He's like 6'7" or something like that.
I don't know.
The fuck? And he has like muscle mass. Like, it's not like he's like a wiry 6'7".
I don't know.
That makes no fucking sense.
Let's see.
I still think that Iwo takes it, but like that still makes no sense.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He walks around. His fight weight is 245. There's no way that that's a real thing. That's got to be fake.
He's got to be fucking pairing muscle in order to fucking get to 205.
Dude, there's no way that Iwo takes on Austin Lane at UFC London at light heavyweight.
Dude, if he does, I think that Iwo actually takes that though, because Austin Lane is going to be so dehydrated and just suck the fuck up if he cuts that much weight, I think it's going to be really easy for Iwo to knock him. And he's already, no offense to him, like already knockable.
Yeah. It says Austin Lane is scheduled to fight Iwo. I'm not even Baranowski and a light heavyweight bout at UFC Fight Night 270 on March 21st, 2026 in London, England at the O2 Arena. The weight class is 205. Lane is traditionally a heavyweight, but will be making his light heavyweight debut in this fight. Bro, fights at 245?
I'm sorry, Austin.
That's crazy.
Like, this weight cut is going to be brutal.
Maybe. Or maybe he gets down to 220. Or, not 220, but maybe like 225. And then just does a 20-pound water cut.
Maybe I'm misremembering him, but I feel like he's like...
He's like sick. You're right.
But like he's like a jacked...
He's jacked, yeah.
Like a jacked 245.
Yeah.
Like when he walks in there, he's like probably 18% body fat, we'll say. Like, dude, to lose that much weight.
He's going to look like Michael Chandler at 155.
100%, dude. But the problem is...
sick.
Dude, I mean, maybe.
Dude, what if he's that guy at 205, though?
He might be that guy.
That would
Who
be
knows?
so sick.
He might be that guy.
Dude, that would be tight.
And then we get him versus Johnny Walker. And then it's just a fucking crazy weight bully contest.
Dude, let's go. Here for that. And then, of course, they all just go up and fight Pereira. Pereira just knocks out all of them. Then we have Ryan Garcia fighting Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title, February 21st. Who do you have?
I'm going to have to give it to Ryan Garcia. I think he's just locked the fucking... I don't know if anyone's watching any of his fucking... Shredded.
Dude.
And all he's doing is pad work. Like,
yeah.
Dude, the amount of pad work and training that guy's doing right now. I think he really wants to get that Conor Benn fight going.
I'm so here for that Conor Benn fight.
I mean, I don't know if like they're going to do that, but I'm fucking here for that fight.
Why would you not? And Ryan Garcia he's that guy that's like, if it's a big fight, and there's a lot of money in the line, and it's going to test his mettle, he's in.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people criticize Ryan Garcia, but there's one thing that he's a fucking dog. Like, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of his fights.
Me too.
And I think he's a really good fighter. I think he's going to show out, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he takes that fight.
What happened last time everyone counted him out?
Devin Haney?
And then they were like, oh, he had a pictogram of whatever. And we need to strip him from it. And it's like, we should suspend him and we should, it's like, oh. Speaking of boxing, Inoue versus Junto is now scheduled.
That's crazy.
It's planned for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And it's going to be in the Tokyo Dome. Pretty sick.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, that's super spicy. Inoue's going to take that. I love Junto, but Inoue is just, he is on a different level.
It's crazy. They both have really good power. So I think there's going to be a stoppage. I just feel it. Like right now, I feel it. It's not going to decision.
Big Junto guy.
Yeah.
Big Inoue guy.
Yeah.
Big fight guy. I'm really liking this fight.
Oh man. Yeah. That's going to be a really good fight if it is like official. Well, once it's official, that's when I'm like, okay, here we go. It's all talk right now, but
did you see that funny stuff? Michael Morales woke up and he got his first loss officially put on his Tapology. So now he's 20-1 because he got triangled like 1 billion years ago, and they just updated his information. So it's 20-1. He's not undefeated anymore.
Fuck, dude.
Dude,
that sucks.
It sucks, bro.
Dude, I last week I said that there's no worse way to get your goose egg removed than to lose by split decision. That's worse.
Dude, to be fair though, he did get put to sleep in the triangle.
Yeah.
So,
dude, a technical submission is fucking wild.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And you have Sean O'Malley over here saying that win or lose, this might be his last year of fighting. Why? Why is this your last year of fighting, bro?
He's just I don't know if he's doing it just for clicks.
Is this a bit? Like,
I think a lot of his stuff is for the bit.
Dude, it's got to be for the bit. There's no way.
Because I think he just says that because then everyone's like, all eyes are on him now. Like, oh, is this going to be his last year? We need to watch him before the year ends.
It could be that. Or maybe he's forgetting how good it felt when he won that title. Maybe he's like, man, it felt good. I'm never going to get that high. And then I think maybe he wins this next fight against Sung and goes, oh shit, this feels really good. And then he goes and he puts out, and let's say he does get the belt from Peter. It's like at the White House. If it's at the White House, you know?
Yeah.
Then it's like, you're just going to retire like that? That's how you're going to retire?
I find it interesting because, you know, he had his run, unbeaten run, right? Never lost. Then he loses to, I mean, he lost to Cheeto, but like, you know, technicality or whatever. You know, we can all agree that was a technicality. But he actually loses to Merab, right? He's like, damn, dude, that sucks. But I can run it back. It's fine. Lose again to Merab. And now it's like, oh shit, rubber meets the road. Like, am I just like that guy?
Dude, he thinks he can take Merab. He thinks now he has his number. He knows it.
Maybe. But it's like, maybe he also thinks that he's not that guy.
What if he does that, dude? What if he goes the same line I told you, gets the belt from Peter, challenges Merab, beats Merab? Then what?
I mean, I think you have to go up to 145, honestly.
Think he's going to go up? I don't think he goes up. He's a tweener. He'd be a small 145er.
I mean, I don't think he'd be that small.
You don't think he'd be a small 145er?
I don't think he would.
Because he's not like a
he's
big
okay,
135.
He would have to put some weight on.
See?
I understand.
If you have to put on weight, then you'd be a tweener.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he probably cuts pretty aggressively to get to 135.
Maybe. I bet he walks around 155. I don't think he walks around too heavy.
Maybe. I mean, I just think that nowadays, dude, he gets to 125, gets that belt.
He says the 135 is hard to get to, and I'm like,
yeah.
How is 135 hard to get to? You look 135. You know what I mean? Like if you were like, oh, dude, I fight at 135, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think that to really like solidify the legacy that he wants, I think going up to 145, fighting whoever is the champ at 145, once he like theoretically gets the belt, and then you chuck deuces. I'm cool with that.
I don't think he takes Volk, though. I don't think he takes a lot of the top guys at 145. Like, I don't think Diego Lopez. I don't think he's beating Diego Lopez.
I think you would have to pick and choose who. Like, you have to wait until who's up there. Like, let's say Lerone Murphy, right? Lerone Murphy gets the belt.
I think Lerone Murphy takes him, though.
Do you think he just wipes him?
I don't think he wipes him, but I think he beats him. Lerone Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He cuts down to get to 145. I think he's a big 145er. Like, he's a decent size. I think Sean O'Malley, especially that's his first fight into 145, I think Lerone Murphy's a bad dude to go against right away. Now, if he took, let's say he does 135, he does the Peter Yan thing, takes the belt, does the Merab thing, takes the belt, or keeps the belt, and then he takes a year off. And he goes, I'm going up, like John Jones. He's like, I'm going up. And then he takes a year off to gain size. Then we can talk about it. But I don't think he has.
Okay, sorry. I should have stipulated that. That's why I was assuming he would do.
Even
he's not going to immediately move up.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the skill set to do that. Like like Volk has like his wrestling and stuff like
Volk
that.
Volk has everything. He's super
yeah. He has those things to like be able to move like that. But I think that Sean O'Malley, he can just gain like maybe like honestly, if he gains only like 5 pounds of muscle and then fights at 145, I think he'd be like a pretty interesting 145.
Dude, he just needs to get on that Max Holloway strength training and then go up to 145. And he'd be a problem. But he's not really doing
the Max Holloway strength training.
Yeah, dude. Muffin Max, bro. But you know, when he hits people, it's more like where he's placing his shots, how technical they are at 135. You know, when he gets to a certain level, he's not putting like when he's hitting Merab flush, Merab's not really moving. People at 145 are going to be hitting a lot harder and be able to withstand a lot harder than Sean O'Malley's punches.
I don't know why.
Against him.
When you said that, I was immediately thinking of his reaction when Ilya put out who's it called?
Oh, glad I didn't fight that guy.
Yeah.
Glad he didn't say yes to that fight.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah, like Ilya would fuck up Sean O'Malley.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a huge Sean O'Malley fan, but it's just he's not that guy.
Yeah.
Take off a year, gain a lot of size, and just power in general. I think he could do that. He can be, Daron's here. You know?
Yeah, like I don't think he can immediately move up.
I thought you meant like this year he goes on that run. Next year, whoever's champ, he takes that champ.
Let's say everything works right. He beats Song, beats Jan, beats Merab, and then he's like, okay, there's no one else for me at the 135 division. I'll relinquish the belt. I'm gonna take a year off, and then I'm fighting whoever's at 145 for the belt next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which, first of all, if you called it like that, that's gangster as fuck. And then he goes, gains size for that year, comes back after that. I think that's going to be a really interesting fight.
I just think that he has too much unfinished business in 135. He still has Corey Sandhagen. He has Merab.
That's true.
He has so much shit to do. If he beats Peter, he has to fight him again because it's a trilogy. Like, it's so much shit he has to do.
Well, if he beats Jan, then it's over. He wins 2-0.
Oh, he did win.
Yeah.
Never mind. He did win the first one too. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's not a trilogy.
It'll
He's
just
done.
be a duo.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Then he would beat. So let's say he does that, beats Merab. I guess, yeah, he would have to probably fight Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah. Like there's some stuff he has to do. So this is a long journey.
You might be right. Because then you have the people that are like, well, dude, Umar Nurmagomedov is going to fuck him up.
Then you have Umar. Yeah. He has to do all these people.
And then he has, but also he obviously has to fight Peyton Talbot.
He has to fight Peyton Talbot. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
In that time.
You're right.
When he's doing that whole arc, Peyton Talbot's going up the ranks too.
Yeah, you could just strike everything I just said from the record.
Bro. He has, like, 135 is his division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he does have a lot of unfinished business now that you mentioned
he
it.
does. That's why I'm pissed off that he's trying to bounce. I'm like, dude, you have so much cool shit to happen. Yeah. Like, your book is like it's like literally he's about to write the whole series of Harry Potter. And then he was like, and then they were living at Pivot. You know what? Fuck this book. It's like, dude, it's about to get good.
It's like when we watch Judd Apatow movies and then we get irritated at the Judd Apatow movies because it just, at the end, it kind of gets sad. And then there's no real resolution to the movie. It's just like everyone's just kind of fucking sad.
Yeah,
and
it's about accepting being sad.
Yeah, exactly. And you're just like, God, what the fuck's wrong with you? Who pissed in your cornflakes this morning? It's like you're writing such a good book and then you're going to the downhill. You know, right now he's in the, quote unquote, like spiral arc of the story. And now he's about to do the redemption arc. Yeah. Where he's like, this is the comeback.
Dude, this is Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to put him out. You're going to put him out. You're going to put him out. Yes. You're going to put him out. Like, and like you have all these opponents that are lined up. And then you do just enough to kind of get the belt. And then Chuck Deuces is kind of lame.
Super lame, dude. Yeah. It's like, dude, you're about to have one of the coolest stories.
It's on top of it. It looks bad in your, looking back on it in history. Cause then it looks like, oh, well, he ducked Corey Sandhagen. Oh, he ducked Umar.
Mm-hmm. And then you know what happens in like when he's out of his prime and he hasn't been training as much, he goes, I'm going to come out of retirement. And then he comes out of retirement and then he does, and then he gets Henry Cejudo. It's like, don't do that, dude. Right now, you may be thinking this sucks right now, but dude, just push through it because you're about to do a bunch of cool shit. That's what sets people apart though. Look at Volk. Volk was like, he's not like, oh, I'm just complacent. He's like, oh, I need to get better. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get better. And now look at Volk.
Yeah. But the thing is that Volk, I think, understands the idea of like, kind of like in football, it's like leave it all on the field. Cause like, you don't know when the fight is going to be your last, when you're not allowed to be able to fight. So you might as well get all that fight out of you so then you could say that you did it. Because that's what happened with Cejudo. He didn't get all that fight out of his system. He didn't fight as much as he wanted to just be like, okay, well, my body's kind of giving up on me. We're good. And then he had to come back because he still had that little like competitive drive.
That's why I hate when people retire too early.
Yeah. Because like you're just going to get stir crazy. You're going to be like, dude, I could fuck that dude up. I can fuck that dude up. I can fuck that dude up.
Who does that presently?
Oh, I mean, so many people.
Most famous.
Most famous? What division?
McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
McGregor's most famous for it.
Yeah.
Did you hear McGregor called out Mayweather for his MMA fight? He said, no better place to do it, but on the White House lawn.
Dude, crazy.
There's 0%, 2-second fight.
Yeah. But it's all good because he'll fight him. He'll fight Michael Chandler right after it.
Yeah, what he could do is he could fight him first as like a early just warm up, just to like shake out, and then he goes and fights Chandler.
Yeah. How awkward would it be if he got put out by Mayweather?
Or reverse it and make it interesting. he gets tired from a whole fight of Chandler, and then he fights Mayweather just completely after however many rounds it takes to put out Chandler.
The problem is that you have to go there, like with that, it's almost the assumption that McGregor is just going to walk through Chandler, which, I mean, most of us think he's going to. But like you can't sell the fight as if the fight's already been written. Because what happens if, because I mean, Chandler can definitely just puncher's chance or, out wrestle him or some shit like that where you're like, I guess he won the fight.
I mean, we don't know what McGregor's cardio is like. We don't know.
Yeah,
what
we don't know.
There's
so many factors to it, right? So it's like, is it the winner just fights?
We do know that he's a better striker immediately. Even without training, coming in with like an 8-week camp, he's going to be a better striker than Chandler because of like his background and it's just shaking cobwebs off at that point.
And his just overall touch. Like he just has that.
He has the it factor.
Yeah.
How lean is Derek Lewis?
Dude, I'm so excited because that was like my biggest knock. I was like, dude, he just carries around so much weight and it like sucks up his cardio because he's just such a big lad. He doesn't have to be that big of a lad, right? And so I'm so curious to see him, let's say he's at 250, right? I mean, he looks pretty fucking light, but like, let's say he's at 250. Like that's a different Derek Lewis, right? Like that's like, 15 pounds less of weight that he has to carry. And he's keeping all that muscle from, his strength training.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Super interesting. I saw this tweet and it was so funny. It was like, I love how no matter how light Derek Lewis gets in his offseason, he always walks in the cage looking the same. That was so funny. Because I've seen him get light before, and then I'm just like, I thought he got light. Because remember, they were like making a big deal because it's like, he's like, yeah, I can finally see abs. And then he gets in there, and you're like, where the fuck are his abs, bro? Like,
because he cut, and then he was like, dude, those ribs are calling me.
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
But like, I've always wanted to see him at 205.
Dude, he'd be such a
He'd
problem.
be a fucking problem.
I mean, what's his age?
Oh, he's like 40.
How funny would it be for him to get to 205, go on a huge tear, and be like a 50-year-old Hall of Fame legend at 205, like the greatest 205er
Just
of all
the greatest
time.
205er.
Just
Have the
insane.
greatest like 3-4 year run.
Dude, insane.
That would be so fucking funny. But I mean, it makes that Waldo fight very interesting, especially because with that weight cut, if it like, as you said, it looks deceiving sometimes. His hands might be faster too. So if he has faster hands with the power keeping it,
True.
That's gonna be fucking terrifying. Being in the phone booth with him.
That's all I care about is people just like throwing caution in the wind.
Oh yeah. Especially at 265 or like a heavyweight.
205 and then heavyweight is like the sickest when they just like let their hands go.
I mean,
when
they just duke it out, like, we just said it again last week where like the golden era of UFC light heavyweight was like Chuck Liddell and all those guys, and they're just throwing caution in the wind, just throwing hands. It's not going to decision. I don't give a flying fuck. If I get put out, if he gets put out, we're just going to put it out. Like, that was some sick shit. We need to get back to that.
Speaking of throwing caution in the wind. So you know how they're doing the UFC White House right now is they're thinking about doing like 7 or 8, like full length. What do you call those? Not championship fights, but
the
championship
title
fights?
fights.
Yeah, title fights. So 5 rounds, 25 minutes total. Did you hear what Kamaru Usman said?
Yeah, and I completely agree
100% agree.
Yeah, because like, what?
Yeah, he said was that 7 or 8 title fights, that's 25 minutes of people fighting, but title fights are different than the earlier bouts that we see on prelims. Those prelims, they throw caution in the wind and they start swinging and you'll see like crazy shit happen, but they're much more measured in the title fights.
And methodical.
So you're going to see a slower
pace. There's a game plan to the whole fight.
And so you'll see a slow paced 25-minute fight, 8 of them. How boring is that? He's like, by the 3rd fight, you're going to be falling asleep.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to enjoy it because we enjoy that shit no matter what. But like, just to someone that's going to tune in, because pretty much everyone in America is probably going to tune into that because it's on the White House lawn. Like, who's not going to watch that shit? Like, those people are going to be super fucking bored. Like, especially if you get certain fighters in there that it's mostly grappling exchanges.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be like, dude, this is fucking grappling. Like, whatever. Like, I could have went to, the high school and see the kiddos fucking wrestle instead.
But you don't have kids.
Well, they don't have kids, yeah. And they have mustaches.
No, but seriously, hop in the van.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you hear that Sean Strickland, he fought DDP with an injured shoulder, and he's saying that he had a broken shoulder, and UFC was basically like, you have to take this fight for DDP too.
Obviously, that's hearsay. We know Sean Strickland is, he's got the gift of the gab.
You think if that's true, that whenever we do hear from a reclusive DDP again, do you think that we see another fight after Sean does Fluffy? If he beats Fluffy, do we see DDP again, do you think?
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Do you think he goes straight to the top for Cosmot? That's a great matchup for Cosmot, because Cosmot obviously going to try to take him down right away. And I think he probably does take Sean down. So I'm not really interested in seeing that. But he does say he has the style to match with him.
Well, he has the jiu-jitsu. He used to be a jiu-jitsu.
Oh, actually, he came in as a jiu-jitsu practitioner and
yeah.
Shut the fuck. Anyways,
I want to see him fight Hamzat more than I would watch him fight DDP. I think it would be a better storyline if he fights Hamzat, beats Hamzat, and he's like, well, I beat the guy that beat DDP, right? Let's go DDP. And then he fights him that way.
Mm.
Because, I mean, I'm cool with seeing a third one, because the first one was a toss-up. I gave it to Strickland, but
I think the first one was Strickland.
But it was a very close fight regardless. Second fight, kind of competitive in the beginning, and then he broke his nose, and like that became a whole thing. But to finish the fight,
first 2 rounds was pretty good. And then after that, like there's like 3 rounds where it's just DDP just being DDP.
Yeah, he's just doing DDP things, and then Strickland looked like a little bit hesitant for the rest of the fight. Then he breaks his nose, puts his nose back into place like an absolute dog, and then finishes up that fight to win my parlay.
Do you want to hear a crazy fact?
What?
Colby Covington hasn't fought in over 750 days and is still in the top 15.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah, and what's his name?
Yeah,
Dana. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, these fucking rankings are crazy.
Yeah, he did beat Luke Rockhold. Did you see them at the presser before the fight?
No.
No way, really?
Yeah.
So they're trying to sell this fight, right? So it's Colby Covington doing Colby Covington things. You know, he's doing like that wrestler promo style. Front row is Bo Nickel.
Oh yeah.
And he's just chirping at him. He's talking shit. And he's like, dude, who are you? Like, I've done this. I've done that. He starts running through his accolades. He's like, shut up. Like this is what I'm talking about. These type of bums. And then he continues to talk his shit and run his mouth. And then Luke Rockhold jumps in. He's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like, what are you talking about? And they both start spit roasting fucking Bo Nickel. Dude, so funny.
That's so funny.
Dude, so...
It sucks because they're such good shit talkers. And it probably just overwhelms Bo. He's like, I don't even know what to fucking respond to at this point. I probably shouldn't have said anything in the first place.
And then the other thing is they both fought, right? Or they both wrestled. Bo pulled out because Romero didn't make weight. And I think it's interesting because if Luke Rockhold or Colby Covington were in that situation, they would still wrestle.
Yeah, 100%.
That's just who they are. They're competitors.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, this guy's a bum. He didn't make weight. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be twice as hard on him now.
Yeah.
That's how they think in their head.
Yeah.
Yoel Romero, you didn't make weight. I'm going to punish you for that shit. Like, I could just picture Colby saying that.
Yeah.
And taking that fight. Luke Rockhold
saying
I could
that.
picture him being like, dude, fuck this guy. He doesn't respect me. You know, I could just totally see that. Bo's like, actually, he didn't weigh in at the appropriate weight. I will not be accepting this fight at this time. Like, it's just a different type of person to be at that level. And one of the things they were saying is, you fucking quit in that fight against that bum. RDR, that guy has no cardio, he has no power, he has no this, he has no that. He's like, and you fucking quit. I'm like, oh my God.
Jeez.
So
I thought
good.
you guys were trying to promote your fight.
Yeah, dude.
God.
So funny.
That's so fucking brutal. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sure Bo's like a decent guy, but like definitely did not want to poke the bear on that one.
Yeah, like why? But that's the thing though, is like these are two of like one of the like the better. Like I wouldn't consider Luke Rockhold like the best shit talker. It's kind of hard because I think the best one that we saw was him versus Michael Bisping.
Yeah,
Both of those fights, they're really good, but Bisping's so fucking funny. And his accent makes everything funny.
Yeah.
That it kind of overshines.
And he just
Rockhold.
says some like weird, like out of pocket shit, like almost like a DDP or a Sean Strickland, where you're just like, whoa, that came out of left field.
Whoa, dude,
calm down.
Yeah.
Why are we bringing children into this?
He's like, sorry, I'm British.
Yeah.
So there's that thing going on. But so you're not really thinking Luke Rockhold's that good, but he's actually pretty funny. So, but then you have Colby Covington. That's his first language, is talking shit.
Yeah.
He loves running his fucking mouth. Why would you even try to step in that ring? Like, you're not in the same level as them at shit talking.
Oh, 100% no.
Crazy to me. What are you doing?
Yeah. That was crazy.
I was so happy though. I was like, fucking tell Bo, dude. Show him what's up. even if Bo whoops both of you guys in the ring, that was so funny. Like, I don't care.
Still won.
Yeah, you guys still won in my book.
Oh God, that's so funny.
And then you have Chase Demore. What a scrub. This guy is on such a high from his Andrew Tate victory. Dude, he was like, I'm selling these gloves for $10,000. Did I tell you this?
No.
So he put his Andrew Tate fight gloves up for auction for like $10,000. Put up his shorts for money. He's like, who should I fight next? He starts listing all these like great boxers. Like he thinks he's like the fucking dude. I'm like, no, you fought an out of shape dude who allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly placed a shit ton of money on himself to lose and won a fuck ton of money. Allegedly. I'm not saying he did, but allegedly that's how it goes. So anyways, Chase goes. And he's like, no one wants to fight me because like they're scared of me, yada, yada, yada. Like, let's bring Darren Till out of this. Darren Till's like, oh, okay. So Darren Till obviously tries to get in contact with him to set up this fight because he wants to fuck this guy up. Then he tweets this. He goes, so I guess Chase pulled out and him and his team pulled out and was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Smart move.
Yeah, so they probably looked up videos of what actually happens when you fight Darren Till.
Yeah, Darren Till versus Luke Rockhold. Watch it.
Yeah. And then you have, so he says, Chase Demore has actively called me out. Seeing as no one else wants to fight me, I have accepted. Within the realms of misfits, him being champ and me being number one, it makes sense. So I asked for it. Now I'm being told Chase and co. do not want it. Don't ask for something you don't want. Good day. Dude, you don't want it from fucking Darren Till. Darren Till's going to smoke you.
Oh, 100%.
That's such an embarrassing thing to do.
Also, I just think it's a weird thing to like sell your like stuff like that.
Oh, super weird.
Like
he thinks he's that guy. He thinks it's like, oh, dude, he thinks he's Mike Tyson selling his Evanderlei Holyfield gloves or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He thinks.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like if you really thought that it was that cool, just put them up on like auction for like a charity or something. Like a regular person, that's like
charity would have been fine.
That's like what like normal people that have stuff like that would do. It's just kind of weird that you would just do your one of one stuff and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sell that shit. Also keep that. Like, what are we doing here,
dude? He's just such a fucking lame dude. Like he's on such a high from this win. It drives me nuts. What a bum.
Yeah,
dude.
you like beat a kickboxer. That's like literally like his whole guard was kickboxing. Like he was like this. He wasn't like shelled up.
No,
like a traditional boxer.
Yeah, he wasn't boxing. Like he had no boxing stance at all.
Yeah.
Everything up the middle was gonna land. Guaranteed.
Yeah. And he smokes cigars like every day. Like you're not going up against someone that's like prime. Like if it was Andrew Tate when he was like 24 years old or whatever, and he was running train in kickboxing, think it would be a different story. Just saying.
Yeah, and if he didn't allegedly place a bunch of money on himself.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Speaking of Twitter.
Speaking of allegedly.
Yeah. Patty has been getting into it with Dan Hooker.
Oh, I've heard about this.
I'm going to write an anonymous letter. So he said that Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a rapist off his mom. Then Dan Hooker tweets back and says, it's on site, fat bitch. Then Patty responds and is saying basically like, you were talking shit about my friend, yada, yada, yada. And then Dan responds and says, like, I wasn't talking shit about him. Thought we were friends, but I guess we're not friends. Fuck you, but RIP to Keith, like his friend. It's like, dude, you literally said something about his mom getting raped. Like, that's a little bit hard. Like, he didn't say anything, you know?
Yeah, that's a wild
pull.
Yeah. And like, you could say that, right? You're allowed to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get shit put back on you, don't play woe is me.
Yeah.
Like,
And
don't
you're
be
a
like,
fighter. Like,
yeah,
that's
but,
weird to say.
what,
No.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing to be like, oh no, you shot at it first. Like,
yeah. And you could have played it differently too. When he said it's on site, fat bitch, he could have wrote back something even worse, right?
yeah.
And then try to really push it on Twitter so that when he sees Dan in person, he's like, bro, yeah, we're going to sell this fight though, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then he could have played it off the whole time. Like the whole thing was for a fight as opposed to backtrack. Now it seems weird. Now it's like, dude, you made it real. You know what I mean?
I was literally going to say
like,
that.
why are you going to make it real like that, dude?
That's fucking, yeah.
Yeah, so, but the funny thing is, though, is I would love to see Dan Hooker versus Patty. Not in the octagon, though. I'd like to see them just on the streets.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird just the fact that he says that. He's like, oh, yeah, like, you know, he couldn't wrestle a rapist off his mom. But then at the same time, he's like, yeah, I won't talk about the Ilya Taporia issue with his family and stuff like that. Like, I won't, like, because, like, that's personal business. And I'm like, didn't you just make that personal? Like,
Yeah,
I'm kind of confused. Like, your rules are kind of just, you're shifting the goalposts a little too much.
But I mean, that's why I'm not talking about the Ilya stuff because that is personal. And
100%. Good first win for him.
True.
And it sounds like, from what they're saying, is that he's trying to get back June or July, maybe.
That's what I hear. There's a comeback coming.
There's a comeback coming.
Brewing, Mr. Wayne.
Oh my gosh. Him versus potentially Patty for International Fight Week.
That'd be good. The other thing is if Dana allows it, him versus Armin.
I don't think they would do that though.
Why?
Because this is for the interim belt. I think they're gonna go interim belt versus the champs.
Oh, I forgot they're doing it for the belt. I always forget that because like I'd never think of the interim as like a real belt. It's kind of like, oh, the champ's on vacation, so we're gonna have a substitute teacher today. You know what I mean? Like that's how I think of it.
True, but yeah.
Like that's just how I think. Funny that you brought up Armin. Because did you see Armin was just on what's his name? The dorky kid. What's that dorky streamers?
Oh, dude, there's so many. What,
There's an
Neon?
A.
Starts with A?
Aiden Ross. Yeah. So he's on Aiden Ross's stream. They had MMA Guru on. And Armin Sarukian. Armin Sarukian jacked as fuck. MMA Guru comes on. And everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? This guy's like big as shit and jacked as fuck. And the chat was like, yo, like, let's see your arms or whatever. MMA Guru just like flexes, super jacked. Yeah. And I thought it was so funny. So then, anyways, they started grappling and they were doing grappling. It was like, I think it was like take down Armin, get $15,000 or $10,000 for every like single leg takedown. Yeah. And he couldn't grab his legs and he just kept slamming him to the ground. Armin did. Yeah. Crazy, dude. Because MMA Guru, I'm pretty sure he probably trains a little bit, you would think, right?
From what I heard, he does train.
Like jujitsu or something.
Yeah.
So it's crazy he couldn't even snatch up. He wasn't even getting close to a single.
I know. I'm surprised that Armin hasn't tried to take down that one dude. What's his name?
Oh, the take me down for
$1,000. What's his name? Like George.
I don't care about that
Popoulos
guy,
or whatever.
Yeah,
especially for like, it seems like he kind of clout chases a lot, but
Armin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the eating things are stupid to me. When it's like Armin's eating again, and then it's like a huge mountain of food, and he's just like super obnoxiously eating.
If you're gonna do that, you should just mukbang it. Like just be that man.
Do a video at that point.
Yeah, just
throw it all up.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Do like food challenges. I'm here for it.
Yeah, dude. Food challenges.
Then he has to wrestle someone after would be brutal.
Fuck that. Do you remember when Logan Paul he allegedly fought Bradley Martin?
Yeah.
So I guess recently Logan Paul has regained the footage. They had security cameras and the security cameras never shut off. And so he regained the footage and he teased the first part where he takes his shirt off and they're about to fight. And he says that he might release it. And he showed Jake Paul it and he was like, dude, Jake Paul, Well, he didn't say Jake Paul because that's his brother. That'd be weird. But he's like, dude, just react with your eyes, not anything else. And he's like watching it and he's reacting. Pretty spicy.
Pretty spicy.
That's pretty spicy. I just think it's funny that Logan did that to Bradley. Logan, obviously, he has boxing background, so sure, he's going to beat up some people that don't train.
He has wrestling as well.
He has wrestling as well. But I think it's funny that Bradley Martin sits there on his podcast after that and is like, man, I could beat this guy. I could beat this. Like when he's like saying it's like Nate Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nate Diaz would probably stalk and slap you, take you down, choke you out, break your arm. Like if it was like life or death.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be a bad night for
100%.
Bradley Martin. But it's funny that he does all that. And it's like, what's his name beat you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Like,
yeah. Like you're still in the regional circuit, brother.
like when, like, I don't know if you've seen that video where he's like, he's with Rampage and he's like, Rampage, like, give me like a solid punch to the stomach. It's like, if Rampage really, if he was like, if you were in the street and you were talking shit to him and you're like, I'm going to fuck you up to Rampage, dude, Rampage would destroy your life.
Dude, Rampage would probably slam him.
Probably.
Like he did during Pride, that knockout. Oh, so sweet.
The triangle.
Yeah.
Dude, so scary. I just think it's weird though that Bradley does that though.
I think he just has so much confidence.
I guess, dude. I guess
It's just like crazy. I mean,
yeah.
just because like when you see these people do this shit in like real life, you're like, oh, there's levels.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, especially when you see small people do shit, you're like, there's levels. Like,
yeah, dude. It's
like when
fucking
you go rolling and like you just have this like little person on you, and they just fucking absolutely just
little person.
Well, pause. No, you'll have like someone that's way smaller than you, and you're rolling with them, and they just absolutely just smoke you,
Dude.
and you didn't even have a chance. Like, dude, there's levels to this shit.
First day at Syndicate when this chick wrapped her like legs around me, she was like, yeah, just get on my guard. She's like sitting there like this, and her guard's around me, and I was just like,
yeah,
5 minutes of me just sweating profusely. Look at that fucking
Just the
gopher out
hardest
of a
roll.
wall, out of like a little hole. I was like, that was a good round. Good round.
yeah, dude. It's fucking brutal. And then I bet your fucking hips and like that whole area was just so sore.
No, it was my fucking arms and shit from I was trying to stand up and push down on her hips, which it works with guys because they're unflexible. So you can grab like the inner knee or something. You could kind of leverage it. But with girls, they're so flexible and they just suck in with their hips and legs.
Yeah,
they're so
they're like
powerful in their
fucking
legs.
Pythons.
Python. Yeah, dude. It was brutal.
Yeah. So it's like when you experience that for the first time, that's when you get like ego checked. You're like, okay, there's someone bigger, badder right around the corner.
No, I think the biggest ego check, like the first day type shit, is when you get put on your back for the first time and they just have side control.
Immediately.
And you can't do anything. Like you're trying and you're flailing and you can't get up. And they're just like kind of resting. And they feel like 1,000 pounds, but they're 100 pounds. And you're like, dude, how am I outweighing this guy? And they're just holding me down. Yeah. It's so bad. And you're like out of breath.
They step by step you. That's the worst.
Yeah.
When it's just like, oh, I'm just going to go and get this. And then I'm going to put my arm here. And then I'm just going to.
No power.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you just see, then you're seeing it in real time. And you're like, don't do that.
And there's folding you like a pretzel. And you're just like, huh, interesting.
Yeah. And they're like, what time is it? And you're like, oh, it's time for you to tap.
Yeah, snap a clock.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into this week's fight picks, we are going live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube this Friday at 4 p.m. We'll be reacting and live betting on each fight. So win big, lose big. You don't want to miss it.
To kick off the card, we got Ricardo Ruvalcaba versus Jonathan Jose Aniz. Who you got?
I have Ricardo for this. So Ricardo is 14-0 and 1, 10 KOs. Jonathan is 37-24-2, 17 KOs.
All right.
They both like to fight in the phone booth, but unfortunately for Jonathan, Ricardo is just much better in the phone booth. He has sharper, more powerful strikes. So I think he's just going to pick him apart. We saw it a lot. As soon as you lift up your hands for a high guard when you're in that phone booth, it goes to that body with so much power. And every time he does that, you just drop your hands and he tees off in your head. This could be a KO. We'll see, though. I think it might go the distance. But I mean, that's just a testament to how strong Jonathan's body and will is.
I have Ricardo moneyline as well. I think he's a very lanky fighter for this division. I believe he's like 6 foot. Really, really solid size. Has really good speed. Obviously, really good power. You're gonna notice that most of these people that we're favoring at least I'm favoring, are from the Golden Boy production. They just churn out so many good fighters, and they pick him up. I don't know. I just feel like I want to say that he's going to get the stoppage, but Anis, he does have some durable moments. He's a good boxer. He's just, a little bit old. He does have almost 5 times more experience in pro fights than Ricardo does, but I don't think that's really going to help him. He's very inconsistent with his wins and his losses. He's going to have his best night in order to make this competitive. And we're not going to bet on the fact that he's going to have his best night.
Next up, we have Fabian Guzman versus Jose Gabriel Rodriguez. Who do you have?
This is actually going to be my lock of the week.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Super obnoxious.
What's it called?
Take that out.
I have Fabian Guzman by KO. I watched a couple of his fights, and he has such good power. I just fell in love with his overall skill set. I didn't even look at Rodriguez. I was like, this guy is just going to walk through whoever he has in front of him, and it's just going to be that.
Well, good luck finding any footage on Rodriguez. It's insane. He's 3-1 on Tapology. He has 1 upcoming fight, this one. He has 1 canceled fight, and then he has 1 victory, and that's all you can see of his pro fights. I don't think this is going to be an argument at all. I think that Guzman's 6 foot, and then Jose is, I think it's 5'9".
Yeah, 5'8" or 5'9", something like that.
Fabian is also like a big 160.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a prestiged pull counter. I definitely think that we're gonna see the stoppage on this.
Yeah.
So that's not a hard take at all.
Yeah, I think that if we could do by highlight knockout, that would be awesome. But we can only do regular knockouts.
I don't know if he's gonna knock him out like that. It might just be he can't get up. He can't return to the fight.
I don't know, man. I really fell in love with his fucking power.
He's
And
a lot of
like,
power.
he's got power.
He has power.
And I'm like, oh, dude. I don't know. And then this guy's also Rodriguez, obviously unknown quantity to us, only a couple fights. But it's also he's coming in being a pro so late into his career. He's in his mid-30s. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the perfect setting. Fabian is a Golden Boy guy, so they're just so good at matching up their guys to get like the best out of their performances. And the best performance they can have with this guy is going to be him by a highlight knockout.
So I was saying how I do like his pull counters, but one thing I really like about his style is that he does a good job pulling you into shots, where he kind of makes you want to chase him a bit, so that when you do, you're overextended, and then he does the pull counter. So it's not just that he has a good pull counter, it's that he knows how to make the whole boxing match. You're chasing him, and when they're like, oh, you have to go, that's actually a bad thing. But you do have to go because you have to win the fight. So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't type style.
100%.
And I love that style. It's like, no matter what you do, I'm knocking you out.
Yeah, and he's so good at it, but he doesn't spam it. He just tries to get them to do what he needs them to do in order to get the checkmate, which I appreciate. Versus people that have a really good check hook and then they just spam check hooks and hoping that like that hook is just going to connect one time, which I think is a very annoying style in my opinion.
True.
Next up, we have Jordan Panthan versus Jean Rivera Pacheco. Who do you got?
You know I got the Patriot on this one, Jordan.
It is your favorite movie of all time.
Dude, the Patriot's a good movie.
Don't fuck with the Patriot, dude.
He's coming off a majority loss against Farid. I don't know how to say his name. Ngoga.
Ngoga?
Is it Goga? Naga?
Naga. I think it's Naga.
Either way, he's coming off that majority loss from Farid. I think he is super hungry to get back in there. 11-1, which is mad funny. So he's 11-1. He just lost to Farid. Farid is 11-1. He just lost to Marquez Valle, who is also 11-1. That's crazy to me. 11-1, 11-1, and then 11-1.
Just top dogs out here.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, that's super.
All 11-1. I was like, what the fuck? When I was scrolling through it. I think that the reason that he lost to Farid though, it wasn't that he was a worse fighter. I think that he didn't have the right idea of fighting Farid. He kept going forward and he kept trying to land these big shots as if he's going to put down Farid. Farid was just eating those shots and he was like landing 5 back at him. And he's a patriot. He's super tough. So he's just going to eat those shots and just continue going forward, trying to land his own big shots. I thought that was a terrible idea. That's how he lost to a decision. But I think he's going to come into this way different. And also, he's fighting at 147, which is his natural like weight class. And the guy he's fighting, the last time he weighed in, he was 153. So he's actually going down a weight class. So I think that might also play a factor with that big weight cut. He's going to land big body shots on Jean. And I think that weight cut is just going to be too nasty. And he might drop him with some body shots, or he might just wear him out throughout the entire fight and take it by decision. But I mean, he could definitely be so pissed off about this decision loss that he just ends him in the ring.
Kind of reminds you of the same fight that we called last week, Nestor Bravo.
Dude, what a fucking knockout, dude.
Dude, well, I mean, I was saying, like, if I was him, I would be coming out pissed off. You know, I'll be like, yo, you guys must have forgot. Like, that was not my best performance. Like, if I could have done a little bit more, I would have won that fight. And look at what happened. And I think it's going to be kind of a similar situation. I think it's a really interesting fight, actually. I think they both have similar styles where they kind of just both bite down the mouth guard and just pressure forward and just keep carrying on. And I think that just causes it's kind of like a train wreck, and we just are going to see someone potentially get put down. I just don't know who. My money is on Anthony by money line. I think he's a little bit better. He's got a little bit more power to him. He's got 9 KOs out of his 11 wins. And obviously he has only that one loss to majority loss. I just think that he has the better pressure, and I think he's just going to win, I guess. Super easy with that.
Next up, we have John Ramirez versus Byron Rojas. Who do you have?
I have Ramirez money line. I think this is going to be a really close fight.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than what we like. I'm assuming that the opening odds, it's going to be like, you know, minus 550, and like it's going to be like wide odds. I think it's going to be a little bit closer of a fight than that. Ramirez is going into his prime. He's like 29 years old. Rojas is starting to get potentially out of his prime. He's like 35-ish. I think Rojas is tough as hell. I think he's really going to test Ramirez to see if he has that dog in him. But I think that Ramirez is going to pass that test.
I would have to completely disagree. I think it's going to be an easy stepping stone fight. Rojas fights at 108, and he's going all the way up to 118, which is like 10% of his body weight to go take this fight. So I think we're probably going to see John knock his ass out. I'm saying. I think it's a stepping stone fight.
Okay. This is your lock of the week?
No, this is not my lock of the week, but I think that going up that much weight when you're such a small guy
makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference. And kind of like who he's fought, how he's lost. He's not doing incredibly well in his division at 108. Going up that much weight, I don't see that happening. John has good power. I think he's going to put him down. And you know what looks cooler than 15 wins and 9 KOs?
Yeah.
16 wins and 10 KOs.
Next we have Gael Cabrera versus Ruben Casero. Who do you got?
So this is actually my lock of the week. I have Gael winning this by KO. I think he's going to KO him. He's 10-0, majority KOs. Ruben has lost 3 times in the past 2 years. I think this is like pretty good fight for Gael to really show his stuff. When he gets in there, he is a terror, just like his nickname suggests. And I think it's going to be a KO. I think it's going to be a really good card so far. I think we might see a few KOs. This is one of them.
I completely agree. It's not my lock of the week, obviously, but I do have Gael money line.
Girl?
Gael?
Gael?
Don't let his record fool you. He has over 200 amateur fights under his belt, which is crazy because he's only like 21 years old. He has wicked power for the 122 division. I think that Casero is tough, but I think that Gael is going to be really good with his movement. He's going to use his angles to line up his shot, and I think he's just going to snake a stoppage from that. You know, especially just getting like a sick pull counter off of it, just right on the ear. I could definitely see that happening.
Next up, we have Caden Griffiths versus Lester Espino. Who do you have?
I have Caden moneyline. He's a young prospect. He has a great blend of just having really good boxing fundamentals, but also having the raw intangibles of knockout power. Espino is like a middle of a pack veteran. He has his ups, he has his downs, things like that. It's kind of like a stepping stone fight type of situation with this. If Caden keeps it long, I think that he's going to decisively win this, potentially by stoppage, because he does have length on him. But if Espino does use his, experience and does more like inside boxing, he might be able to make an interesting fight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So they're fighting at 147. Lester last was at 154. He may be a little bit bigger, but Caden does have that raw power, that intangible that you're talking about. 6-0, they're building him up. This seems like a stepping stone fight. Lester's been knocked out like crazy. This dude, he's chinny. So I think that Caden can definitely get it done. He's probably going to get it done inside the rounds because, like I said, this guy's chinny. I think he's had like over 3 or 4 knockout losses in the past couple years. It seems like this is the dude that's like, yeah, we got a guy for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lester, put those down. Come over here.
You also have to look at like the production that's going on. Like, I keep on saying Golden Boy Productions. They're going to give people like their people, they're going to give them fights where they're going to look their best. So then they can start moving them up and kind of use them as chess pieces to get them the big fights that they're going to actually make a whole shit ton of money off of as a production. So it's like, you don't want this guy that like, you're, oh shit, this guy's so good. You're not going to have him fight some like really, really good people until the bag's on the line. Then you're going to get the big ticket fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So, these people that are like lesser known fighters, they're going to fight, people that are just like, going to pad their resume essentially.
100%.
Next, we have Joel Iriarte versus Jiri De Los Santos. Who you got?
So I have Iriarte for this. He is 9-0. Santos is 14-2-2. Santos has this thing where he likes to extend the fight and win by decision.
Mm-hmm.
And Joel has this thing where he doesn't like to do that. He wants to put you down. So he's winning by KOs. He's winning by stoppages. I don't think that he wants this to go the distance. However, I think Joel's going to win. I think it might go the distance. I think that Santos has that ability to stretch the fight that long. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. As much as I want to see another knockout, I don't think this is going to be a knockout. I think this is going to go the distance, and I think it's going to be Joel that takes it.
We got spoiled with all those KOs last week.
We got spoiled with all the KOs.
We're thinking everything's a knockout now.
I know. I'm on a high, bro.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a knockout, he's the one to do it.
It's crazy how similar our notes are for this fight, by the way. So I also have Joel moneyline. This battle of two young bucks. They're like 25 and 23, I believe, are the ages. Joel definitely has the power upside. 8 of his 9 fights that he's won are by knockout. I think that his overall ring IQ, size, everything is just going to take him over, and he's going to take over this fight completely. Santos, though, is a tough dude, so I can definitely see it going the decision, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Iriarte KOs him.
Yeah, wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for that, obviously, because I want to see some fucking knockouts.
Who doesn't?
I mean, people that aren't casuals, apparently. The purists, they're just like, I just want to see crisp, clean fun.
Please don't knock him out.
Please don't.
Next up, we have Ruslan Abdullayev versus Eduardo Javier Abreu. Who do you have?
I have Abdullayev moneyline. I think this is a classic prospect versus old vet matchup. The trainers for Abdullayev are just, and the promotion are just touting him as the generational talent. Like, it's crazy how much that they're gassing this dude up. I don't know about all that shit, but he definitely has an absolute lethal elite jab, and he has a really good amateur background. He's 286 and 8. Yeah, crazy. Abreu is a really good boxer, though, in his own right. I think he has obviously the experience edge for being in the pros for that long. But I mean, there's a reason why they must have chosen him. So we'll see that.
No, yeah, totally. I agree. I have Abdullayev as well. I think that he has a really active high guard and better defense, better counters, better fundamentals, better footwork, better everything. The list goes on and on and on with how good this guy is. And I do see him as that generational. So I can't wait to see his future fights. But this fight, at first glance, it may look like, wow, this is like a really close fight. He's facing this veteran, Eduardo. But Eduardo, he has hands low. He gets hit a lot. You can't let that shit happen when you're up against a guy named Abdullayev. Another thing he does is he has that like old school boxing style where instead of having a high guard, he kind of has his shoulders forward and throws like kind of like rock'em sock'em style. And I mean, you're going to get right a mile away by this guy. So I have wrestling on this. It's a very easy fight, but I think it's going to be a very entertaining fight. Great stepping stone fight. And it's going to set up so many fights for the future for this guy. And I'm so excited for this fight.
Next, we have the co-main. We have Manuel Flores versus Jorge Chavez II. Who you got?
So I actually have Jorge for this. Jorge, so not only did he win the first fight scorecard, that's not why I'm picking this, although he did win the first fight scorecard. So it was 2 that were 95-95, and then there was 1 that was 97-93, and they gave that to Jorge, which I think when I was watching it, Jorge won that. I had that pretty accurate. I didn't think it was 97-93, but maybe 96-94. I thought it was really, really close. I think his footwork and his ability to work off the ropes is just incredible. Every time Manny has him getting pressed against the ropes, he does such a great job dipping off to the side, grabbing him, turning him into the ropes, and regaining the center of the ring. And that played a big part in the first fight. It's going to play a big part in this one. And honestly, when you're looking at these fights, it's like who has gone back to their camp and looked at their footage and really made their improvements. And that's what we're going to see in this fight.
That sucks because I have Flores money line. So
it's a draw.
Yeah, seriously.
Majority draw.
Yeah, seriously. This is literally a razor thin matchup for me. I've literally been going back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to go with the power and the pressure to win this fight overall. Also, watching Flores' fight, or when they were fighting originally, Flores didn't look confident out the gate. He looked kind of slow and felt like he was kind of catching up for most of the fight or most of the early rounds. And then I feel like once the later rounds came in, he started kicking on and kind of understanding the game. And I think that momentum is going to carry into this fight where he's like, I kind of know his game plan. I mean, unless maybe Chavez is, think of a different game plan. But if he's sticking to the same game plan, I think that Flores is now like, okay, I understand your pressure. I understand the things that you're doing, and I know what to do to counteract that. I was like Chavez, and then I was like Flores, and I was like Chavez, and I was like Flores. So if you were more confident with Chavez, like you weren't, wavering, we can go with Chavez.
Pretty confident in Chavez.
We'll go with Chavez then.
I think he's going to be 17-0 after.
17-0 and 1?
Yeah, 17-0 and 1. Oh, sorry. I think he's going to be 15-0
and 1.
And 1.
The next fight is the main event.
I'm afraid that we're not going to be agreeing on this one.
I'm just so curious if we are. We have Alexis Rocha versus Raul Curiel II. Who you got?
So much like the co-main event, split majority draw again. The person this time that was winning, the person that won on the judges' scorecard was Rocha. I'm actually not picking Rocha to win this. I'm picking Raul to win this. I had him winning the first time. I thought that he did much better. I think he was going to go back to the drawing board. He's going to get this done. In between fights, since their last fight, Rocha hasn't fought. Since their last fight, Raul has fought, and he won by unanswered punches. I think that he is more tuned in, more locked in, and you just get better after every camp. So having that extra fight camp to sharpen his tools, and then go into this additional fight camp to get ready for this fight, I just think that he's going to be just that little edge over. And I think it's going the distance, and I think it's going to be, it's going to be a close fight again. These guys are neck and neck. But it doesn't come down to who wants it more. It's going to come down to who did the most on their time away from their previous fight. And I just think that is going to be Raul.
I hate you, Joe. I have Alexis Rocha money line. This fight also fucking razor thin. It's honestly lame that we have to fucking bet on these fights because it's such a toss up. In the first fight, I think that he started off really slow and then really picked it up, halfway through the fight, obviously to get that draw. But I think that he knows what he needs to do now. And I think he's really going to stick on the fact that he's a southpaw and trying to do that open stance and try to use that to his advantage and try to outbox Curiel from there. I mean, neither fighter really hurt the other fighter in the first one, so I do expect it to go to decision. So,
all right. So who are we betting on this?
I mean, this one I was also fucking. Are you just that confident in fucking?
I'm confident in both. I'm always confident in my picks.
I'm out here having IBS. So I'm trying to fucking figure out like these are such like thin fucking lines.
Why do you think it was a majority draw last time? Because they're razor thin.
I know, but you're over here like this is who's gonna win. That is law, and I'm like,
well, I just think so. Like Raul, for instance, I think that Raul, the first time he went out, like you said, Rocha went out there and he turned it up in that last half. But I also think Raul kind of slowed down in the last half. So I think this time he's going to go back and they're going to look at that and they're going to change that. And if he doesn't slow down that last half, I don't think Rocha's taking it.
Hear me out. The last two fights, we picked draws.
Bro, another draw?
Dude, that might, honestly, I might do that just for the bit. Because that first
would be
of all,
crazy for a lock of the week draw.
Dude, I'm just saying for the parlay of just two draws to have happen would be
That'd
wild.
Be nasty. There was 2 draws on the UFC card a while ago, remember?
Oh, yeah.
If you did 2 draws, dude.
Well, it's like plus 6,000 plus 6,000.
Yeah, but it's like a multiplier. Dude.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
It would
Holy
probably be
shit.
probably like plus 15,000 odds or some shit like that.
That's insane.
All
right, how do you want to do this?
Oh, you sound so much more confident in Curiel than I am with Rocha.
I was going back and forth too, but just watching it, I think that we didn't see the best version of Raul against him, and I think that we're gonna see the best version this time.
That's good enough for me. That sounds because like literally I was writing notes before and I was like, okay, Curiel, and then I had to erase it. So then I write notes for Rocha. Then I erase that to write notes for Curiel. So I'm literally a toss up on this. So you sound confident in Curiel.
Mean, they could both go the opposite way. I could see it happening that way.
Yeah.
But I'm more confident in the latter.
We'll go with Curiel. So if we lose both of those, that was all.
Yeah, heavy is the crown. All right, that's a wrap for this week's fights. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.